Hello, my name is Adrian and my partner Olivia, and we will be looking at the animal cognition of elephants. We will be talking about how head bobbing is a serious thing when it comes to elephants and how to prevent them from doing this behavior. Here is the overview of elephants. They've been around for millions of years. They're extremely social and family oriented. The matriarchal herds raise and protect the young, can travel 7.5 miles in a day. They use enrichment tools to stimulate their brains. Developing concerns and behaviors can be caused from them being in captivity, and one of those behaviors is head bobbing. Elephants are extremely smart animals and are extremely adept and have really good memory. The target behavior that we are looking at for elephants for this project is head bobbing. Head bobbing and swaying is two of the target behaviors that we want to look at. In these behaviors, it is mainly caused by the elephant being extremely uncomfortable or in distress. This is nothing really rare. It happens in a lot of elephants that are kept in captivity. They start to pick up this stereotypical behavior where they either start to bob their heads or they start to sway back and forth. This can be caused from them feeling unstimulated or being used to normal routines. And when this behavior comes up or is shown, a lot of times they start to become fearful and anxious, and this can cause a lot of problems for the elephant's mental health, which can affect them severely, and also can become a problem for the zoo and the people who are training these elephants and being with these elephants every day. So this part of it is the ethogram, and with the ethogram, it just shows the natural behaviors of the elephants in their habitat. With elephants, a lot of times they aren't a little bit too energetic. Most of the times they are either eating, walking, and sometimes even head bobbing, as I've seen in the video. And when it comes to the key behavior of head bobbing, I've seen it a couple times in the video, maybe twice, so it wasn't anything too serious. A majority of the video, a lot of times they are eating. It has been a lot of times in the video where they also started walking around, which is really good for them since they had a outdoor habitat, so they were able to get a lot of movement. And it basically just showed them in their natural habitats and showed them in just a raw state. It was also several things in there for enrichment, as like rocks and sticks, so they were able to play with things and pick things up, which I think also helped to stimulate their brains. This half is training and enrichment, and with this, the first thing or the first step to changing this behavior is to change the environment that they are in. A lot of the zoos that elephants are held captive in are places that have concrete walls and different things like that. In this aspect, they have to make their habitat more natural with more greenery, more trees, rocks, shelters, different things for them to use. So they feel like they're more in their natural habitat. Another thing is toys for elephants. There is also toys for elephants that help them to stimulate their brain, helps them to learn how to use tools and different things like that. Problem solving and foraging. Problem solving and foraging is two different types to help stimulate their brain while also helping them to move around and figure out how to get food. And this changes up their normal daily routine. Spreading food through the exhibit is also another way of changing their routine. It makes them exercise, it makes them think about where their food could possibly be, and it makes them move around the habitat. Alternative feeding methods, it's also something that trainers do, which is hanging their food up in high places or putting it in different spots that makes the elephants think. It makes them have to find their food or figure out the problem to get it. And this can also be done by the trainers giving elephants smaller portions of food in more frequent time, so it lowers the amount of food they eat in just one sitting. So it lowers their obesity and also helps out with head bobbing. And then the very last thing is exercising and stretching. Exercising and stretching is a thing that the trainers do with the elephants to help out with obesity. This is either walking a couple laps or also getting the elephants to stretch out. So it helps out then this last half of it is just the works cited page, and it just goes over all the sources that we used when we were doing this presentation, and that's all.